Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Tuesday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great despite the crazy ass times that we're living in. If you could please hit that like button. If you could please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of a lot of my videos. So, what's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing on this amazingly cold Tuesday? It's freezing. I don't like it. My skin's dry. It's making me unhappy. So, just getting prepared for winter. I never do good in the first month or two. And it's like I feel it in my bones. I just don't like it. And it is what it is. Once the snow's on the ground and you're adjusted, then I don't have a huge problem with the winter time. But this like fall stuff, I'm not a huge fan of, especially when it's wet and you gotta work in it. It just... Anyways, today I want to talk about karma. I want to talk about not being able to run from your decisions. So anybody who gets involved in the criminal lifestyle, every action has a reaction and it's not always instant, but you make certain decisions and they definitely are going to have repercussions on your life. It's not necessarily physical. It may be time, it may be pain, it may be trauma. You just never know what it could be. But what you give, in my opinion, is what you get. And we just saw a perfect case of that in Alpo. We all know the story of Alpo. We've all seen Paid in Full, Cameron playing him. We know the story, okay? I'm not going to get into all that. But the other night, he got slapped out. He got his TV turned off. This is a dude that thought he had beat the system. Now, I know he did something like 24 or 25 years, but just think about it. This dude had killed 14 or 15 people that they knew about, including one of his own homeboys, and then turned state and got out after something like 25 years. This is some Final Destination stuff. There's no way you're going to get that W because although he snitched, he snaked his friends. This guy is a savage. There's no heart there. Somebody who slaps out that many people and snakes his homies. There's no heart there. This is a savage sociopath. So, in his mind, I'm sure it was a win. But he got cocky. He got confident. And he assumed that nobody was going to test his gangster because he had so many bodies on his belt. But the reality is, you're not going to have all those bodies on your belt and not have a lot of enemies because of it. And the problem is, they all know you and you don't know any of them. After 25 years, there's kids, grandkids that could be involved in trying to get you. And you have no idea what the enemy looks like, except your face is all over YouTube, etc., etc. So that's what happened to him. And I just want to relate that to some things that I've seen and how being involved in the criminal game is a lose, lose, lose. There's no way you come out on top. If you're somebody who delivers pain, who delivers hardship, who delivers stress, depression, fear, loneliness, despair, any of these real hard emotions, anybody who enjoys making others feel these things is also going to reap what they sow. It just is what it is. It's balance. It doesn't have to be because you believe in karma. It doesn't have to be because you believe in God and God's going to make... It doesn't have to be any of that. Just look at it like it's balance. You can't win, make all this money and do this and live this crazy lifestyle and just keep on winning. And then when you get your fate, because Alpo's fate was prison for life, but he snitched his way out of that and Final Destination happened. I know a dude personally in my life that I did time with. I thought was a super cool dude. Didn't come across as that kind of guy to me until later on when I realized he was. But at first didn't come across as that kind of guy to me. And he told me a story about how he had some beef with some dudes. He really didn't know, though, who all of his ops were. When you're involved in that life, when you're involved in the streets and you're out and you're drilling, you don't always necessarily know who your ops are. You don't know every youth from the op block. You don't know every person in this organization or this organization if you're beefing them. You don't know everybody. So this dude was doing time, just living life in a provincial system somewhere, thinking everything was gravy. You've done time, right? Most of the people who watch my channel, I'm sure, either know somebody who has done time or has done time. And you can get pretty comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You can get to a point where you feel like everybody is close with you. Like you have real friendships with people. The problem is, when you're involved in this game, you don't know who your enemies are. And you don't know when they're gonna make you pay the piper. You understand what I'm saying? When they're gonna come collect your debt. This person was on the range for like half a year, chilling with all of these dudes that he thought were his homeboys, eating together, smoking together, working out together. After 6 months, man, the man's in his cell, chilling. End of the night, laid back, feet up, and boom! 2 cellies on him. 2 dudes that he thought were his homies that he had been chilling with on him. And it wasn't just like slapping him up, punching him up. It was a savage beating. It's a beating where it literally was throughout the course of a whole night, and it kept getting hidden when staff were doing walks. That's some savage stuff, man. When somebody wants you that bad, they're prepared to spend 6 months of their life friending you up just to watch you suffer. In my opinion, that means you have given somebody that same feeling at some time in your life. I feel like if you treat people good for the most part, bad things aren't going to happen to you. Now, there are rare circumstances where people get caught in the crossfire or somebody is just an innocent victim. These things do happen, right? But who knows what happened in those people's lives or why that fate was decided for them. All I know is when you live the criminal lifestyle and you treat people badly and you take things that aren't yours and you hurt people for your own personal gain, someone is going to come collect. That was proven with Alpo. That was proven with this dude who I had done lots of time with. It's a savage world and people don't feel sorry for you. People don't care once you've crossed certain lines. At that point, it's all fair game. And it doesn't matter, man. There's some people that will feel no way about killing you for nothing. I've seen guys, man, ruthlessly, savagely beat guys, have no involvement in the beef strictly because they know this person or they're part of this squad. That's it. So think about when you are in a situation where you've actually wronged somebody, that person is savage as you or more savage, but is one-upped you by fooling you, pulling the wool over your eyes and making you believe that he's not an enemy. I can't say for sure that's what happened in Alpo's case, but how does somebody get that close to him? How did he not notice somebody who's been in the streets so long? Karma is a bitch. And that is facts. I don't feel like I've personally hurt a lot of people through my crime. Now, I definitely have. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Physically hurt a lot of people through my crime, because I definitely have mentally. And I spent nearly 20 years of my life behind bars. I've been savagely beaten a few times. And I've been caught up with some things that I very easily could have got killed that I wasn't involved in just by the people I hung around with. I've been across through all of that. And like, that's me. And I don't even abuse people. I don't assault people randomly. I don't do these kind of things. So what do you think the consequence is going to be if you're running around turning people's lights out? I've seen a lot of guys jump on bandwagons, get involved in beefs they're not involved in, just for some respect or some honor or some clout within a certain squad. I knew a guy, man, I swear to God, this guy was a gangster. No doubt about it, right? But when I was alone with this dude in the cell, like talking to him, just a great dude, you know, but was always caught up. Always caught up. Not even his beef, but he made some bad decisions. Slung some iron. Threw some punches. And guess what? He got slapped out when he touched rope. You gotta treat people with dignity, with respect, and that doesn't guarantee you a good life. But it sure as hell gives you a much better chance of living that good life. Decency is important. You can't run around acting like a thug, a goon, a gangster your whole life, despite what you've been through, because you will lose. The streets are 100% winners. They win every time. It's just, can you get out in time that it doesn't cost you your life physically or in terms of your freedom? But like I said, there's certain lines, once you cross them, there's not much turning back. You can't really go back and say, I'm sorry. And one day, someone's going to come knocking. If you could please hit that like button. If you could please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of all of my videos. So, like I said in this video, I don't know if I was rambling or what. I'm going to have to go through the video and see. But basically, my point is, you can choose to be a good person who works hard for things, who buys your own stuff, doesn't abuse people for your own gain, doesn't beat the crap out of people because they said something that bothers you, doesn't murder people, doesn't stab people. Don't do these things. I can almost guarantee that you'll be in a much better place in your life just by not doing those things. And I know to a lot of people it seems crazy because in some lifestyles, man, some people from young are seeing that stuff. They're seeing fist fights and stabbings and jumpings and shootings. It's what they know. It's what they've grown up around. So it may seem crazy to not think like that. And there was a point in my life where I did think like that. I did think like a savage. I didn't care who I stepped on to get to the top. I wasn't a physically violent person, but I still showed zero respect to anybody. Anybody except my homies. Not even my family. And I paid for it, and I'm still paying for it. and gonna keep paying for it. It's just the way it is. I give back for that reason. I feel like I owe it. From what I've taken out of society, for the crap that I've done, I owe it to share my story so people don't have to go through the things that I went through. Knucklehead stuff, man. I'm telling you, if I told you every single day of the last 20 years of my life, you'd all say I'm insane. Why would any human being choose to live that way? And I did. I don't get it, but I did. So I feel like I can shed some light on these things. And, you know, I'm not trying to knock anybody for living any lifestyle. You know, if you grew up in that stuff, if you grew up around gangs or organized crime and that is your life, that's your life. I'm not here to hate on anybody. I'm just saying, you know what's coming if you do. Love each and every one of you. The Newman.